My name is Dorothy. I'm 85 years old, and for 37 years, someone called me by the wrong name. I didn't correct them.
It started in 1968. I was 28, newly married, living in a small town in Pennsylvania where everyone knew everyone, or thought they did. My husband's family had been there for generations. Mine hadn't. I was the new one, the outsider who married in. His mother's name was Diane. Mine is Dorothy. But at the first family dinner, his aunt called me Diane. She said it warmly with her hand on my shoulder. "Diane, would you help me with the dishes?" I froze. I didn't know what to do. My husband was across the room. His mother was still alive then, sitting at the table. I thought if I corrected her, it would make things awkward. I thought it was a simple mistake, one time. So I smiled. I said, "Of course," and I helped her with the dishes. The next week, she called me Diane again. This time, my husband was standing right next to me. I waited for him to say something. He didn't. He just looked at me, then looked away. I think he thought I'd already corrected her, or maybe he didn't want to embarrass his aunt. I don't know. We never talked about it. And I didn't say anything either, because now it felt too late. Now it would have been worse. Now she'd know she'd been calling me the wrong name for 2 weeks, and I'd let her. She'd feel terrible. I'd feel terrible. So I stayed quiet. I thought, it'll come up naturally. Someone else will say my real name. She'll realize. It'll fix itself. It didn't. A month passed, then 6 months, then a year. At family birthdays, holiday dinners, Sunday visits, she called me Diane every single time. And every single time I answered. I became Diane when she was around. It sounds small when I say it like that, but it didn't feel small. It felt like I was disappearing a little more each time, like I was agreeing to be someone I wasn't, just to keep things comfortable. And the longer it went on, the more impossible it became to stop it. One afternoon, maybe 3 years in, I was folding laundry in the living room. His aunt stopped by unannounced. She sat down, started talking about her garden, asked me how I was doing. She called me Diane 4 times in 10 minutes. I thought, this is it. I'll just say it, gently, with a laugh. Actually, my name's Dorothy. That's all I had to say. I opened my mouth, and I didn't say it, because I thought about how kind she'd been to me, how she'd welcomed me when I had no family nearby, how she brought me soup when I was sick, how she never made me feel like I didn't belong, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't make her feel foolish, so I stayed quiet, and I hated myself a little for it. My husband noticed eventually. One night, after everyone had gone home, I was washing dishes, and he came up behind me. He said, "She still thinks your name is Diane." I didn't turn around. I said, "I know." He said, "Why don't you just tell her?" I said, "It's been too long." He didn't push it. And that was the only time we ever talked about it. His mother passed away in 1974. I thought maybe after that it would stop, that someone would use my real name around his aunt and it would come out naturally. But it didn't, because by then other people had started doing it too. His uncle, 2 of his cousins, a neighborhood overheard his aunt call me Diane at church, and that was my name. It spread, and I let it. Because now correcting 1 person meant correcting 5, then 10. And I couldn't. I just couldn't.